Today's video, I'm going to teach you how to design and submit your own global qualifier track for the MultiGP GQ track contest. If you didn't know, MultiGP has a global qualifier, which is a standardized track that people build around the world and put down laps to compare themselves against one another. It's really cool. So MultiGP does a track contest where anybody in the world, people like you and me, can submit tracks that they think are good, where judges can vote on them, and eventually the top 6 are picked, pushed out into the world for the community to vote on, where they pick their favorite one, and that is the official track that everyone races. Now, to design a track, the only thing you need is a Velocidrone license, a controller, I guess if you want to test out your track, and the knowledge to run your track editor. And the most common excuse that I hear, and the one that I have been giving for the last 5-10 years, is, well, I don't know how to use the track editor. But I decided I'm tired of that excuse. So I said, you know what if I sit down for 30 minutes and try and figure this out? And to be 100% honest with you, it wasn't even that hard. So in today's video, I'm going to, 1, show you how to use a track editor and only what you really need to know and none of the extra stuff, because honestly, I don't know any of the extra stuff. And 2, I'm going to give you the track that I end up designing in today's video as a starting point for yours. I'm not going to be submitting one because I'm making this video and it has to be anonymous, but I wanted to make this to help other people submit. And if you've never made a track before and you're not really sure where to start, you can use the file in the description as a starting point if you'd like, or start with a blank canvas and make something that is totally yours. I'm not promising this video is going to be extra entertaining or anything like that, but I'm hoping it's informative. And I've got a vision for a track in my head that hopefully you guys can watch me put on the screen, or at least try to. In today's video. Let's pull up Velocidrone and get into it. So first thing we're going to do is go to the multigp.com website, and on the homepage it says track design contest submission February 17th, so that's in 3 days, so make sure you get this done here soon. Maybe you can follow along with the video if you want. I'm going to join the contest. You'll see it's sponsored by Fins FPV. They make great frames out here, so I'm going to put a link to them down in the description, so thanks to Fins for sponsoring MultiGP. Scrolling down, they have a nice little flow chart of how everything happens. There's a tutorial video of how to submit the track. There's actually a pretty cool new thing now in MultiGP where you can, I guess, add your own track, which I think is super cool. I didn't know it existed. I guess that means you can fly it in Velocidrone or in real life. I think that's really neat. And they have a little tutorial video that shows you how to submit properly, with the biggest thing being that they want it to remain anonymous. They don't want it to be biased of who wins the track design contest. So when watching this video, first thing you're going to do is not post a YouTube video about it like I am. I am not submitting a track. I am just showing you how to submit your own track. So please keep it anonymous, and they say it here. Do not upload tracks to Velocidrone servers or YouTube to maintain anonymity. You can submit only one track, so give us your best. Rename your track to pilot name _GQ 2025. So mine would be heads up _GQ 2025, and yours might be bent props _GQ 2025. Of course, the track has to be made in Velocidrone, and you have to use the official MultiGP GQ template to start this. So download it. It's going to put it into a zip file, which will give you a track file or TRK file. The obstacles you're going to be given are 10 gates, 5 flags. Double gates are the highest you can build. I wonder if that means you can use multiple double gates, but I feel like you are only allowed to use one. But the gates in the sim must be the larger ones, which are in the template. The flags can be standalone flags or flags mounted in the corner of a gate. The use of a hurdle is optional, also included in the template. Do not resize any of the obstacles. The reasonable flight path should be within the white boundary of 200 feet by 100 feet, and that'll make more sense in a second. So let's open up Velocidrone. Once you're in Velocidrone, we're going to click on Track Manager, and then the GQ template was the one that I imported and accidentally deleted everything, so we're not going to use that one. So we're going to use try number 1. We're going to click Edit, and then we are going to be in the track editor. And this is apparently way easier with an actual mouse, so maybe people recommend you do that. But you're going to use a combination of scrolling in and out on a trackpad, arrow keys to go in, out, right-clicking, right-clicking to look around, and then really a few other keybinds that I know of, and I've been able to do just fine. They do have all these keyboard shortcuts that I have memorized about 1 out of 100 of. Seems like the important ones are these, W, E, R, and T. I don't know what really any of the other ones do, but W, E, and R seem to be really nice. Also Y. That helps you rotate at 90 degrees. So if you use W, E, R, T, Y, wordy, and then your arrows and your trackpad, if you had a mouse, that'd be awesome. Then I'd say you would probably be in a good spot. But they have the capability to do all kinds of stuff. We're going to right click, look at this, and then arrow key in. As you can see, here's all the things that you are allowed to use, which is 10 gates, hurdle, and then I'm going to add my 5 flags. To do a flag, all you do, I'm just going to use this multi-GP flag. Seems like you click on what you want, and then you click on where you want it. Click on what you want, click on where you want it, and then just do that 5 times. I think there is a way to duplicate. I don't know how to do that yet, but now I pretty much have everything I want. And then I'm also going to go ahead and build a double gate. So let's see, we'll make these 2 back here double gates. So I just try and center them on my screen, zoom in, and then all I'm gonna do is click on this, slide it over here till it's like overlaid, and then raise it up. And now I have a double gate. And then if I ever want to move this, what's really important to know that I didn't know at first, because if I just try to click on this and drag it, it's of course only going to move the top one. But if you click and then you go to the next thing down, hold Control, click, then they will move as one. And if I wanted to rotate this around, I just click Y. I think if I click like X, it like does it like this. But obviously, I don't think we're going to be rotating anything like that. But Y rotates things in a 90-degree circle. W is the move. E is rotation. So if you want to do like a 45-degree angle, which I think my track will have today, you can do that. I think R is like scale or something. We're not going to do that. And then let me just do Control. This is also really helpful after you click off and on. If you want to go back to the original, instead of having to try and line it up precisely with the little circle, you just come up here, 0, and then it zeroes it out. So we have everything we need. We know the constraints are we need to be in this box, and that's about it. So I'm just going to take you through me trying to design something, and hopefully you guys can see kind of my track design process, and then also see kind of how I'm using the trackpad and the little letters, and probably in the worst, like technique-wise, the worst way possible, but hopefully it can be helpful to you guys, and you guys can design your own. So I'm going to start with the launch pad. Apparently this little thing is where you launch from every time. You click W to change the move tool. And I'm going to put it in, oh, come on. I'm going to put it over here, and then over here, and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. I guess, I'm pretty sure, let's see, I'm pretty sure if you zoom in on it, you can see arrows. Yep, so it's going to launch it this way. So I'm going to say we're going to launch from right here, and we're on to the races. I do have a kind of a cool element that I saw that Skip from 533 made, so I'm going to build it here in front of myself, and then I'm going to move it where I want it using the control feature. So I just need one of these. I think I need 2 of these, and then I need, oh, come here. And then I need 2 flags. Let's click Y. Nice. Control. So I'm already going to be using up quite a bit of my essentially material, but I think this is a really cool element, and I had never seen it before, and I thought Skip did a really good job coming up with that. I thought it was neat. So what you do, is you put a hurdle here, a gate here. Let's see. I guess we need to make sure they're in a line. I don't really know how to do that quite yet. And then I'm going to put a flag on each of the gates. So we'll do this, and then we can raise it up like so. Flag here. Come over here. Get it to be like in the middle of the gate. Pull it over to where the stick's here. And then make sure to rotate it ahead of time. A little pet peeve of mine, I always think they should be like this. Go up like this. Now let's see, does that look centered? I feel like probably not. I can do this though. I think it's relatively centered. I'm sure there's a tool that helps you do that. Actually, I'm going to bring these two in. So to do that, do this and this. And I'm just going to bring this in. And then I can center the hurdle now. Okay, so this is what I want the first element to be. And then I also know that I want a flag with a gate on it. Or a gate with a flag on it. So I'm going to come over here and just go ahead and build one of those. Like this. Come over here. Come over here. I'll rotate it 90. And do this. Okay. So, I think that's pretty cool. And now we're going to start moving stuff. So, excuse my inability to really do that all that well. So, Control, push this back here, slide this over here. And so I know I want one of those guys over there. I'm going to try and just move all this other stuff out of the way. Click on all this. Just going to slide all this out of the way for right now. Okay. This is the part a mouse would be really nice. Okay. Next, I'm going to slide this forward. And I'm going to click Control. And we're just going to slide this whole thing forward. Okay. And let me see here. So I think the idea, let me just move this back here. I'll tell you guys my idea in just a second because I think it's pretty cool. So the idea is to corkscrew to the right and then all the way around left and then drop it down back there. I think it's a pretty cool element. And then I want to have a sweeper around here into a ladder up. So this part, I just need a single gate. Pull it over here. And then we're going to rotate. And this is going to be the part where it's going to be 90 or not 90 degrees. So we're going to have to use our E tool to rotate so we feel is, the right way to do it. Gotta make sure it doesn't exactly get in the way. Hopefully that's fine. I think it is. We can always move it later. Click here. Oops. Y. And then we're gonna slide this over here. And so I'm imagining like a sweeper. Oh, I need to turn this around. Okay, so drop it down, sweep around here, but I need to make it look somewhat reasonable. I think I need to move this more in. That looks kind of right. I thought this would be a nice high-speed part of the track. At least in my head, that's what I thought. So, do this. Okay. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get a ladder, or I'm going to get a flag. Pull this, slide. Come on. A mouse would be super nice. We're going to look this way and back up. Look down, slide this over, rotate it. And then just put it on top to make it easier for the pilots. Okay, so the plan is right now, right corkscrew, left orbit, drop down right, right ladder. So we're a little right heavy right now for sure. I'm now going to come over here and grab my double gate. In my head last night, I was thinking about this last night of what I wanted this track to be. And in my head, the biggest problem was there was too many rights. So that is definitely going to be a problem we're going to try and solve. I think in my head last night I had this lined up like this. So these two gates were basically in line with each other. And I just did something like this. And then we can test fly it here in a second, but for right now I think this is fine. Okay, now I need one more of these gates, and this is going to be like a little left cork, so getting at least a little bit of lefts in here. So we had a right cork, now we have a left cork. Do this situation. And I'll spread it out just a hair. Okay, so ladder. Then all I'm gonna do now, one thing I know for sure is I'm gonna need a start finish gate. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that down. And basically if you don't know and you are designing a track, and you have to have a gate that is basically doesn't have a flag on it, doesn't have you overlapping on top of it, not flying over it twice. You need a gate that you can put a timer by, and that's just a fact. So definitely need that, and you're not really going to be able to use that for much else. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that down. So basically what I've got left is all this space and not that much material left. Did I just delete that? I may have just deleted that. Okay. I don't know where that gate went, but we'll just try and bring in another one here in a second. I think we can figure out a way to duplicate. Okay, well that's a little weird. Okay, so for the time being, I'm just gonna put this flag here. And then let's see. So now we're going to go to our little dictionary. Global space, pin camera, select, clone. Oh, clone. Clone the selected out. Control C and then click. Okay, so I need another one of these gates. I'm not cheating. Control C, click. Oh, we got one. Sweet. Okay. I feel like I need another ladder down, and I have a theory that I'm not sure people will really like, but it could be cool. But just for the time being, because I really don't know how this is going to go, we're going to put this just we'll put it right here for the time being. Yeah, we'll put it right here, and then we can move it from here. Let's make it nice. So let's look down here. Arrow key, left, Y. And let's back it up, because I want to try and use the space here as much as possible. Do this. Okay, we'll just call this good for right now. So, next thing we're going to do is you can actually go try your track out. And the way you do that, let me connect my remote, is by clicking F. First off, let me click save. I've made this mistake. Click save, overwrite the existing track, yes. And then I think click function F9. And then I think it makes you overwrite it again, and then it puts you in to the actual track thing. Hopefully, let's see, that it was connected. Please, nice, okay. I'm probably gonna run into, yeah, my first gate's not correct. I don't know how to really set that up. Around here, split S. Around here, ladder up. Boom. This is where I don't know what to do yet. I'll show you what I would like to do. So I really feel like the track I have a, right cork, I have a left cork, but now I want a ladder, I want a left ladder down somehow. but I don't just want to come over here and do left and then, you know, left ladder again. So what if, ooh, that could be cool, but I don't like to end on a right. So as far as how to make the gates go in order, I have no real clue how to do that yet, but we'll figure that out together. Boom. But see, here's what I don't like about this part is I don't like any part of a track to be like right, straighten out, right. Like that, it just doesn't feel good. So I want to end on a left. So this is where creativity comes in. I do like this drop into the left cork, but I could do like a right, left, and then, oh, left. All right, and then here's the reason that works, because you'll be like, well, you just use the same element twice. I think I did, but I don't know if I really, let's see. Oh, no, I definitely, wait, but, so here's what I'm saying, is if I come around here, turning right around the flag, left, oh, no, but somebody's going to say that's a mid-air zone, and that's not okay. But what if I did right, left, so, okay. This, so, I'm here, none, this equal, this, right, and more like, I think it's assigned to go back in. So to go back in, all I do is function F9, and then now we're back in. So this is where the thinking and creative process really starts to come in. Oh my goodness, I have to go soon. I think that could work. We would end up using the same gate twice. And people are definitely not going to like this part, because they'll say it's a 5-degree gate, Mr. Lamone. But what if I just put it in line here? Or through left, right. Go through left. Left, right, right. Ends up being right, apparently. Push this. Push this. Push F9. Yes, here we go. Sorry, here on this part. Up. Boom, 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 boom. Into the right, I think one in the first place. Okay, I'll do that. What if I did so? And it was like, boom, boom. Left, right, left, boom, left, right. This is really hard. Honestly, though, I could just do this. Left, right, left, drop it down. I might just do that, and it might be a little less technical, but it'll be flowy. Just flag, boom, boom, cork. I think I'm just gonna do that. Let's try it. I know it may not be the most popular. I'm gonna do this. And so from above, it'll just be boom, 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 split S, and then into that one. Let's try this. I think this may be something. Okay, so I'm seeing something here in the bottom right. Gate order set to start finish. So I want to set this one to start finish. How do I set that? What if I did this? And then I come over here. Can I set this to start finish? What if I did number 1? Now this is start finish. Okay, so I think I know how to do it now. But And then I also need to flip this hurdle around. So let's click save. Function, F9. Yes. All right, I think this is going to be my track. Right, around, split S, ladder up, left cork, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I suck. But I think that's not a horrible track. It's still a little bit right heavy. Let me just walk through it. Left, left, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, so let's count. Right, 1, left 1, but a big one. Left 2, right 1, right 3, or I guess it'd be right 2, right 3, left 3, right 4, left 4, left 5. Maybe it's the left heavy, but I guess the technical sections are more right heavy. I think this is a good track. I genuinely don't mind it at all. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me set up the gate order, and then we'll do a final fly through. Function 9. So the way we do that, this is our start finish. This is gate 2. Hurdle. I guess you don't do hurdles. Gate 3. Back there, gate 4.
In this part of the video, I really had no idea what I was doing. As far as marking the gate order, you definitely need to mark the flags, and I also had to go to the invisible gate section to mark a couple parts in my little orbit spiral section. Basically, that's just to add extra little hit zones or whatever that you need to fly through to fly the track properly without cheating. You can go to find those by just going to gates, clicking at the top in the top right, and there's a little thing that says invisible gates, and those can definitely be used to your advantage. You can make them any size by just changing the scale. Then you just go through and, of course, set up your gate numbers. And one thing I did find is that I thought was not the case is that if you mess something up and you forgot a flag or a gate or a visible gate or something, you can go back and say, no, this is gate number 3. It'll actually offset all of your other ones, your other gates for that 1 4, so you don't have to go through and individually, do it one at a time. Super nice. I obviously did not show it in this part of the video, but I didn't know what I was doing most of the time, and this I definitely learned afterwards. So please use it to your advantage.
If you wanted to export this, the track manager, and then I think it was try number 1, so then I guess you could export this. Let's see what happens. Export it to your documents folder. So now your GQ, you need to name it properly, so I would need to name it properly, so I would do mine as heads up underscore, I think it was GQ 2025, I don't remember. And then rename, whatever the actual naming scheme is, you should do that. And then you can export that, upload it, and you would be a track designer. Moral of the story is you don't have to be a professional track designer with years of experience and all the keybinds memorized in Velocidrone to be a track designer. You just have to have a little bit of creativity and honestly an opinion of some kind that you want to have a flowy track, you want to have a technical track, and put it out into the world. I think it will only benefit everyone if more and more people submit tracks, and just like anything, if you're unhappy with the tracks out there currently, put something out there that you think is good. And if you're not putting what you think is good out there, then I would encourage you to at least vote in the submission contest so you can pick what you think is good out there. There's a lot of track In Ivan's words, there is a lot of track complainers, we'll call them, out in the world, but I think every track complainer should just become a track designer so that I can complain about their track. All jokes aside, I am going to have the track I designed in this video, even though the gate order is all messed up, in the description below if you want to start with that one as a template, or if you want to figure out how to make the end of it actually work because I couldn't figure it out in this time crunch. Please do. I think that'll be amazing, and hope you submit, and maybe one of you who watched this video and submits a track actually wins. That would be so cool. That'd be so cool. But key takeaways, it's not hard to learn the track editor. You just gotta learn how to do it. Definitely have a mouse if you do. If you don't, it's fine. I obviously just did this in like 25 minutes with no mouse. And have creativity, go outside the box, not actually the box. There's a 100 by 200 foot box that you have to stay in. Stay within that box, but do something different. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different than what I normally do, but I wanted to make sure that people knew how to submit if they wanted to. I'll see you guys around. Bye.